Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton, the son, Mr. Booger, they're all here with another episode of Funky Friday. Now, I know you're looking. I know you're wondering. I know you're asking your questions, and I'm here to answer them. Yes, we're in a new place, but best believe it's the same show. Now, we thought we'd give you guys a little caveat, huh? We give you something that just say, okay, this is something that's new and fresh for the masses, but it's still gonna be funky for your asses. We're here at the BET Awards, and ladies and gentlemen, you will be in for a treat. And as I always say, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton, son, Mr. Boogie, man, here with another episode of Funky Friday. It looks different because we're in a different place. You dig what I'm saying? We're here in Los Angeles for the BET Awards. Now, this young man right here is sitting across from me. You know what I'm saying? I told him, one, here comes the two, to the three, to the four.
Don't bring another round. We need plenty more.
Like, the movement, bro, Shaboozy.
Yes, sir.
It almost like it came out of nowhere, but you've been a part of this scene for a long time, bro. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely, we definitely ain't come out of nowhere, you know what I mean? But you know, for a long time, it was definitely, the best kept secret. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you down with that music, then you know what I mean? Which is like, that's what country music has kind of been. It's been something that's been flying under the radar that only a select group of people know and listen to. But it's cool that it's finally get to everywhere because the values of country music and just the substance is real, you know what I mean? And it helps people get through really hard times.
Like, I'm a real fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I've went back in your discography of music, and it wasn't always always country music.
Yeah.
So where was that transition for you to where we see today?
I mean, I was talking about it yesterday, contrary to a lot of people's belief, like I created a body of work, like an actual country body of work or something that you would think is closer to what I'm doing now in like 2015, 2016, and something about me. I also love hip hop. Like, I also love, you know what I mean? That was still my first love, like hip hop, R&B stuff. That was what I grew up, really listening to. You know what I mean? My pops played some of the country stuff, and it was played around me. But that was really what was there, But obviously the influences of like Nelly and all these different people, because Nelly from St. Louis, and St. Louis is a lot of country people from St. Louis and Louisiana, and the South is hip hop. It's also country as well. Right. So, I made a project, but I didn't feel like it was the right time to put that body of work out, and so I ended up kind of doing Lady Wrangler, which is more of like it was a bit of like a cross of a lot of different things, and then now it just made sense. I was like, man, I need to make the music that's true to me. Yeah, not trying to follow a trend or not trying to follow something. Because that's sometimes when I was rapping, it felt like that. Sometimes it was like, it felt like it was like maybe I was doing a trend or
it didn't
fit right. It didn't sit right with me. Just to do it like that strictly.
It's a you thing.
Yeah.
I just recently also seen too. You got emotional on stage, but it feels like you're getting the hard work is paying off. You're receiving the fruits of your labor, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man, it was crazy to see that one, because I was saying it like it's real. Like, I slept on a futon in like a studio apartment with my producer and some other folks. Just moved out from Virginia to LA, and in his studio apartment wasn't. My producer was, lovely enough to just believe in me so much. He was like, you ain't gotta pay rent. We just gotta work. Word. So I'm in there working, and I didn't know nobody. So to turn that into, you got thousands of people. They're talking about you shut down Broadway, 2 streets on Broadway, and you have fans and people from the bars left the bars to come watch me. You know what I mean? That's in Nashville. Imagine leaving the bar to come.
Absolutely.
Leaving the bar is crazy. You know what I mean?
To listen to a black dude.
You know what I mean?
With dreads.
With dreads, like, and they all like singing. It's not anybody just coming there because they want to just support. They coming there because they really enjoy the music and they want to support too.
Man, we all do, and it's a thing to see a brother, dog, and obviously, you
Yeah.
being as organic as possible. I don't want to hold up your time. We got to get you to Atlanta.
Yeah, I want to. Come on, man. You got a ranch out there?
Oh no, for sure. We got some property out there.
You got some property out there, man.
know
Come
what
on,
I'm
let's
saying?
get on some horses. You look like you ride horse. You like a real cowboy. That's what I'm saying.
Man, I'm too big to ride a horse. The horse.
Nah, you're not for real. Bro.
Hey man, that's Shaboozy for you, man. And I always say one finger, one pinky, one thumb.
Yeah,
love,
man.
Appreciate you,
man, I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you,
man.
dog.
Seriously, man.
Yes, sir. T Grizzley,
Yes, sir.
my boy.
What's going on? I
So-
gotta pull up on you too.
Bro,
Yeah.
what you waiting on? For multiple reasons. We can talk business like this so we can go in the trenches. Some simple question.
Yeah.
Madden, who's winning?
Madden? You say who winning?
Between me and you.
Oh, me. Me. Probably, I ain't gonna lie. And I done heard about you, so I probably only beat you by like 12.
Only?
I probably only get
T.
you by 12.
Okay.
There's been a lot of upsets recently too.
This ain't that. This is not a fire drill. This is the real thing. Like I'm trying to tell you, like when it comes to gaming, not all games. Like Call of Duty, y'all can have that.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, y'all can have that. But Madden,
Madden, bro.
But tell me this though. I think as I delve deeper into content, dog, I respect how different talent evolves. Obviously, your presence on Twitch is grown astronomical. But for content creators, what has made you lean more into content, especially like as a streamer now?
Man, cause I see not only like what it do for me, but I see what it do for other people. I see it motivating. I see it saving lives. I'm seeing people who would have never picked up a game on the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as a job, like full-time streamers. You feel me? And that's the best feeling like ever. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing what you can do can evolve somebody else.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's real money there. Like, so for anybody who's
for
seen
sure.
it, like, it's real money, a surprising money to where you commit, but you have to lean, just like any other thing, you just have to commit to it.
For sure.
But I would have never thought a rapper,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
really gaming like you game, but there's a real community that's out there, dog,
Yeah.
and that's the dopest thing about it.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what's crazy? Like, before I was a rapper, or before I was who I am, before you was who you was, before anybody was who they were, we was all gamers first.
For sure.
Like, we
For
was all
sure.
gamers first.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it was easy to tap into and find that enjoyment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Man,
And-
talk to me about this, new projects that you have going on right now.
Yeah.
And being here at the BET Awards.
Yeah, so the new project, I'm cooking up my album right now. I'm about 80% done. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really have a date yet because I want it to be complete first.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? As far as being here at the BET Awards, this was a dream that I didn't even think was reachable. You know what I'm saying? So to be here, it's a blessing, bro.
So you've always had this distinct gift of making like club bangers, but also motivating, you know what I'm saying, and telling about your journey.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people really keep it a buck with that, like where they come from, you know what I'm saying? And as you're creating your album, where do you go? Like, what's your inspiration? Like, how do you, get in your bag, so to speak, of creativity?
Man, I go back to my childhood self sometime, bro. And I just did it on this recent song I did. I'm like, I really want to tap in and express the feelings I had when I was walking around looking at big houses. Like, man, I wish I could own that. I wish I could have this. I'm going to live like this one day. I just go back to that child, you know what I'm saying, and try to express his feelings sometimes.
Yeah. But even then, like, I will call it like a deflator for you, being from where you're from, me being from where I'm from. It's certain things that I see, it's certain streets that I ride down, it's certain things that happens. That's like, oh, damn, bro, I was just like you.
Yeah.
Or something that you will always see that'll be nostalgic to
Yeah.
the come up. What's that for you?
For me, I'll be in Detroit and I'll be riding up one of the blocks in my neighborhood or whatever. And I see the little boys like pulling the rim to the street, putting the bricks on the back of the rim, on the back of the basketball rim. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'll be like, damn, I used to be doing the same thing. Or
Yeah.
like seeing them play curveball. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
So listen, before we get out of here, I have to ask this question about recently the presidential debate. If T Grizzley was running for president,
Yeah.
like, state your case.
Okay, so first and foremost, we gotta change how this prison thing work. That's the first thing we gotta do.
Prison reform.
Not even prison reform, but like the conditions they live in, bro. Because I was there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that the guards in there feel like they gotta add to people's punishment. I'm already being punished. I'm away from my family. I'm missing out on life. You don't gotta add to my punishment.
Yes,
You
sir.
know? And then when people go in, there's no rehabilitation process for when they come out. They don't make the same mistakes.
Yeah.
Not only have I been there, but I had family come out and go back in because they ain't learned nothing in there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I feel like that's a big problem. That's where it starts. We need some real help.
Who would be your vice president?
With my vice president, why not you? You feel me? Why not?
Shit, we make that White House, the Black House, real quick. You feel me? But that's my time, bro. I wanted to. This is just a snippet. I definitely got to get you to Atlanta to have a real Funky Friday episode, and also to whoop ass.
Yeah.
And
We gonna
Madden.
get it in too.
No, bro,
I don't wanna hear it. It
stop
ain't-
renting.
don't work.
No, bro, that's not me. I'm really a gamer. Like, I just don't. Before I knew about Twitch and before I knew about streaming, I would just play game head to head. I didn't even like streaming because I wanted to see your eyes when I'm talking to you. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. We could definitely got to link up, bro.
All right, but no, we gotta link up for sure, bro. Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Here with another episode of Funky Friday here with the beautiful Megan Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh my goodness! Listen, we just saw each other at the award show
Yeah.
with you and John, and it was just so incredible to see you guys thrive in such a real way. My first question is this: we've just witnessed a presidential campaign, or not a presidential debate. If Mrs. Good was running for president, what would be something that she would stand for?
He must go to jail. It is time. Goodness gracious, I'd have to think about it. I did like a whole campaign of just all the things that I've seen that I want to change, that I want to get activated on. But number one is,
Okay, tell me this. Who would be your vice president?
Who would be my vice president? Michelle Obama, if she would do it.
Two women? Two black women?
Yes. Can you imagine what the country would be like?
Lord Jesus.
It just be wrapped up in so much love and intention and having some real conversations.
Now, this is the real question right here. Now, I'm going to give you a list of candidates to be your Secretary of Defense. All right?
Okay.
Would you choose 50 Cent, Jeezy, Gucci Man, Jocelyn Hernandez, or Kendrick Lamar?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Kendrick, but Jocelyn was a very, very close second. Because she ain't finna play these games. She going to get it done.
She going to get it done. So, obviously, we've seen you always be the it girl.
Thank you.
Right? From child star to who you are today. There's things that are very mysterious about Megan Good that we just don't know.
Okay.
What's the difference between TV Megan
Yeah.
versus personal Megan?
Honestly, I don't think a whole lot. You know, I try to be kind, try to look everybody in the eye, try to help where I can, try to create an atmosphere for just quality of life for those around me, both on set and off set. There's no show. There's no putting on. Now there is when I'm tired, I don't really feel like I have it. Usually I would just go home if I could, but in some cases you can't. So in that, I'm like, okay, let me just muster up this little bit of strength that I can and just make it happen. Yeah.
So obviously before we get out of here, we have to talk about your new upcoming film.
Yes. Divorce in the Black. Yes.
Directed by Tyler Perry.
Directed by Tyler Perry. Produced by Tyler
written
Perry.
by Tyler Perry.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are filming where?
We filmed in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this a side of you that was easy to tap into, or you had to go somewhere else?
For some of it, I had to go to some different places, but for the primary thing, which was, a woman who was married and thought her marriage was going to last forever, and then kind of found herself in a place where, everything shifted, and it was, just something that now she has to kind of pick up the pieces and figure out, how to kind of restart her life, and then also to get to a place of like, okay, sometimes it seems like when something ends that everything's over, but sometimes when something ends, something's just beginning.
Yes, Lord.
And also just the idea that if God has allowed it to happen, then that means God has better for you and the other person,
Okay, no.
And sometimes you come together with someone for a reason or a season or a lifetime, but it's all a blessing because you grow, you learn, you give, you take, and ultimately, you move into different acts of your life, and you got to get excited about it, and you got to trust God, and you got to embrace it with open arms, and you got to be like, all right, Lord, what's next?
Yeah.
So
I love that. I want to be obedient to our time. I must say that while in Atlanta, if you ever come back to Atlanta, I would love to do a official Funky Friday show.
Yeah.
So we can really go into depth. Much success on this new upcoming
you.
project. And keep winning. Please do.
Thank you.
Because you represent so much. And I think from my partner, my woman, it's sometimes in hearing her talk about it could be harder for the pretty girl.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because you may not get the respect because it is something that people just expect you to just not take care of your business the way. So as you thrive, I have daughters.
Yes.
And keep doing it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Megan Good, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get your information next month.
Yep.
Are y'all still filming?
She got the ankles out.
Trying, bro. Trying. Look at him. There we go. Here we go. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Here with another episode of Funky Friday with my player partner, Mr. Corey Hardrick, actor. My man, tell me what you got going on here while you're in BET.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you, black man, for doing your thing. I know who you are, man.
Yes,
You're a
sir.
living legend, so thank you for having me. But I'm here representing Divorcing the Black, my film, directed by Mr. Tyler Perry, comes out July 11th.
Written,
direct, produced,
all that.
He own Atlanta, own everything, own probably half of BET, all of it, I guess. But no, he blessed me for this amazing, incredible job to work alongside my sister Megan Good. So this film, I can't wait for the culture to see it.
Yeah.
Come out July 11th. I'm excited about the work.
Man,
I'm bringing back that grown man acting, that brooding strength, that brooding male.
Tighten up now.
Listen.
But off camera you said something
Yes.
that I thought was intriguing. You said you're having fun again.
I'm having fun again with the craft and with my purpose, because sometimes you can lose the fun in your purpose.
Wow.
You know?
But how do you activate that? And where I'm going is because as black men, bro,
Yes.
we're alphas. We tough. Don't cry. Man, you acting like a bitch right now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for you, identifying it is something that's important, but
Yes.
you putting execution to it is something that makes it even more a movement.
Yeah, I mean, we always get that, like I said, that stigma of black men got to be tough, like you just said. But the toughness comes from a lack of love or a lack of something, right? And crying for me gives me strength.
Wow.
You know, seeing my kids, most of the time when I see my children, when they go back home, I cry, and that gives me more power until I see them the next time.
Right.
That's therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
And I know I got 2 babies counting on their father.
Yeah.
And the best father will be the best version of my children. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah, so they motivate me and inspire me. So that's why I say I'm just motivated again, and I'm excited for my future.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like nothing can stop me, man. If I continue to keep God first and my heart and my intentions are pure, and I'm just gonna keep walking in it, man.
Tell us a little, without giving anything away, bro.
Yes.
Obviously when you see the cast and who is it starring, it's glaring. Obviously yourself,
Yes.
Megan Good.
Yes.
And typical Tyler Perry fashion is something that's relatable in our culture.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
For you getting into your acting bag, was this a easy person to kind of bring out, or did you have to go somewhere that you wasn't familiar with?
I had to go somewhere I wasn't familiar with. I felt like when I had read the script, when Mr. Tyler Perry called me and told me to read it, I was just like, wow, this character has a lot of different layers. He shows his vulnerability a lot as well. It's not just rage and aggression. He shows you another side of him, like a backstory to him as well, where he's dealing with it when he's going through. Because like I say, when black men, mental health is big in our communities, and I think we should talk about it and share it more, and that can save more of our men, more of the youth. We don't have to be tough, man. Just tell your black brother that you love him, and we don't have enough of that. Hug somebody.
Yeah.
If you hug him, that frown gonna turn into a smile.
Like, hold on, what you?
You feel me, Cam?
I see what you
that
did.
frown turns into a smile. That's
For
all
sure.
he wanted was a hug.
Yeah.
He ain't that tough.
And may not admit it, but this is the thing too. I was having this conversation last night.
Yeah.
No facade, right? As we're talking about identifying vulnerabilities and nuking trauma, I think it's such a need for our partners, our women, to also understand we don't know everything. Right. It's two things. It's like, number one, the men have to identify and say, like, bro, I need help. Also, from our queens to say, okay, babe, you not loving me in a way that I need you to love me. What happened to us going to the movies? We used to do that a lot. I used to enjoy that. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, help us help the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Situation. No, I love that. And love conquers all. It's all about love at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm here to give, man. It's just love and peace.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
Corey,
it.
man. Appreciate your time, bro.
But listen, All American Homecoming. I'm starring in that show as well. It comes out July 8th.
Wow.
Premiere week, third season. I play Coach Marcus, the light-skinned James Evans.
Look at you.
Good times.
You working, bro.
Listen, God is good.
Man, blessings and abundance to
Very
everything
grateful.
that you got going on, man. We definitely got to make it official with a real Funky Friday episode. Not this drive.
No, yeah, thank you. I
man?
appreciate
Get
you.
your contact, man.
And I'm proud of you, too.
Yes, sir.
I see you doing your thing.
Corey, please don't be no stranger, bro.
Never.
You feel me? And we'll get your information.
Okay. Thank you, Ken. I
I
appreciate you, brother.
Man, listen, when I tell you that some comedians, they just on camera funny. But this nigga is funny. My boy Avion.
Salute to you, legend.
Bro, how we thugging, bro?
Man, everything's good, bro. Yeah, everything good.
Man, look, we was talking and I wanted to still make it official with getting you on the platform of Funky Friday or Fourth and One. But being a comedian for so long, you've been in the game.
Yeah.
This new wave of comedians, bro.
Right.
And this new wave of comedy.
Uh-huh.
Coming up, coming up where you came.
Right.
Right.
I came up in the Def Jam era.
Yeah, where stand-up had, like, you had to stand up, you had to, show up in movies, series, and things like that. How have you been able to evolve with the time?
I'm flexible, man. I don't box myself into any structure or platform. Funny is funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of OG comedians get too caught up in the platform and they see these new comedians coming up. They're just younger, right? But they're using different platforms and they're able to get to the audience faster.
For sure.
My thing is, why not use every platform? I do stand up on stage as well. I'm nice with that.
Yes.
But I also can get on this phone and crank out some stuff. I also could produce movies. I have a movie out right now called A Hip Hop Story.
Oh, yes,
you know what I mean?
sir.
So for me, funny is funny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can't get caught up in saying, well, if you do stand up from back in the day, then you're a traditional comedian and you're a real comedian. Because there was some garbage niggas back then too. You know what I'm saying? It was some greatness and then there was some garbage back then too.
Yeah.
But the roll down window doesn't complain to the power window and say, man, you not a real window.
Hey.
You ain't rolling down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I see, but it's still
Fuck outta
getting
here.
done. The job's still getting done.
The job is getting done, Cam.
Yeah, it's a saying that says the best form of flattery is imitation.
Talk about it.
Bro, I don't know nobody that's better than your impersonations, dog. I mean, and the range.
Thank you. I'll say this. I have a very chameleon way of being able to do the characters, unlike most of the guys.
Yeah.
But I salute like Jay Farrell,
Yeah.
Godfrey. I think they're actually better than me and more versatile when it comes to voices. But when it comes to being able to transform physically into people,
Right.
again, hip hop story. I play like 14 different people, and it's convincing.
But where do you go, bro? Like, are you what they call it, a method actor?
Nah, man.
Like, how do you study Jay-Z?
I just lock in. It ain't. Some things are just a gift to me, and I don't have to go too far to get in character. As soon as I put on the outfit and the wig, and it just happens.
You're right.
I'm just sitting here with Cam. It's not really difficult to do.
Yeah.
Jay's a laid back guy, so I'm just sitting here just talking.
Bro, listen. Maybe my guy, bro, we have to make it official. Funky Friday, or I really want you to come on 4th and 1, bro. It's something
we
that
gotta figure it out. We gotta figure out some real business
for
together,
sure.
man.
Because
For sure.
I think one thing that this new wave of creativity and art is cross-contaminated and making it better.
1000%.
We obviously just seen the Kai, the Drewski.
Drewski and Kevin Hart. Listen, I watched every hour of both. I watched all 4 hours of Kev and Kai, and then I watched all 9 hours of Kev, Kai, and Drewski. I love it. It's like binge watching a show. Like, I don't watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
But I watch all the hours.
For sure.
All 13 hours.
For sure. Bro, Avion, appreciate you, my guy. We'll definitely lock in, my guy.
Salute. Let's get it, my brother.
Sir. Here with another episode of Funky Friday with my dog, Sauce.
Ooh, Cam Shooting Newton. It's the kid that did Sauce Walka, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's the answer here with the Carolina Panther. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How y'all spelling, man?
Man, listen, I've been asking this question all day. We just had a presidential debate.
Okay. Talk to me.
If you was the president, state your case for why you should be president. Fuck them
I
up.
think nah. This is an easy question, actually. First of all, if I was a president, I would focus more on American policies instead of foreign policies, because we have a lot of problems going on in our own country, and I feel that America uses a lot of its money and its resources to help other places and countries, which is fine and very understandable, but it's so much poverty in America. It's so much homeless people, so many homeless people in America, that simply the programs and the systems that we have set in place to get people off of the streets or off of drugs or to house them, they're just not being implemented well. They're not being utilized correctly.
You,
know what I'm saying? Like, the ones that I think, like, if you go to like Japan, or if you go to
any other
most of the countries around the world, you don't see as much homelessness and poverty in major cities.
But are you
They're
saying
there.
that? Are you doing like you popping out to Tokyo, Japan, Africa,
Right.
On vacation? But are you there long enough to witness that though?
No, that's why I said you have the major cities and then you have rural areas, you have remote areas. Most of the time overseas, the majority of the poverty and the struggling is going on in remote areas, in the rural areas. It's not in the major cities.
Say less.
In America, you don't have to go to the country, or you don't have to go to the swamplands of Louisiana to see poor people struggle and drug addicts. You're going to see that outside of Walmart and the elementary school.
Yeah.
And there's other things that I will also change too, other than homelessness and like foreign policy. It's just more or less about, it's a lot of money and resources that we have in America. It's a lot of pointless knowledge that's given to us in school that I feel like if we change the curriculum, like, we would have more successful people that's actually helping the economy instead of destroying it.
Motherfucking Sauce Walka 2024 campaign
we-
is legit.
yeah, I
You
know.
dig what I'm
Should-
saying?
should
Foreign
get a
policy
gospel.
makes you. It's a civil policy. Also, curriculum in school. Who would be your vice president, Sauce?
I don't know. My vice would probably have to be something nice. I would try to find a vice president to be a beautiful lady that's very intelligent. I don't know the actual human
But
now.
you know, there's never been no person who has represented this country that was single. See what I'm saying? Like, you got to have, like, would you?
Yeah, see, then that's where it get that's where it get frustrating and hard for me because I feel that is unfair, especially living in a world that we live in now where we're pushing all of these new narratives about relationships and marital status.
Talk
and
about it.
things of that nature.
Do you believe in marriage?
No, I don't. I don't.
Because of what?
I believe, and if I would believe in marriage, the only form of marriage that I would believe in is polygamous marriage, like at how Africans marry multiple women, because certain men are of that cloth. Certain men have not only the extra finances and the discipline to have multiple wives and multiple women in their life. Is most men who are conquerors and achievers and put in positions of power, the wives in their life are not just used for sexual acts and pleasure.
Yeah.
They're used to help run the village. They're used to help run some of these businesses. They're used to help do some of the finances and wagering the taxes that need to be cleared, cleaning up the home, shit like that.
So let me ask you this, though.
From a business perspective.
I must say, because I owe a service to my viewers, when women hear this, they're going to say, well, can't we go out and do the same thing? Because polygamy, it's on both sides.
No, the word is different. The word changes. It's you have polygamy, then you have it's another variation of how you say it with two men and one woman. And to give everybody the explanation and the answer for that is that a woman is not made to lead two men. A woman does not have the power, the respect, the principle, the discipline, the tenacity to be in a relationship with two different men, and she actually is the leader. So if a woman cannot lead two different men, then that means that the two men involved are always going to clash. They're always going to be fighting over her, fighting her, and she doesn't have the physical domination or the mental domination, because 90% of women make their decisions off of their emotions, not off of logic. Men think off of logic. Men think off of protecting, preserving, and providing. Women think about feelings, love, emotion, caring, and rationalizing off of how I feel at the moment, not what matters in the long run. So when you talk about from a relationship standpoint, where with a man is naturally born to be promiscuous. It's in your DNA. It's in your bloodstream.
He a hunter off top.
Off top. There's nothing you can do about that. Your body is made to ejaculate at any given moment. One man can impregnate 20 women in 3.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there because to make your point up, right? So why you believe a man can have multiple women rather than a woman having multiple men? I'm gonna give you
in unison together. Not saying she can't have a.
Check
you
this
know how
out.
girls got that
I'm
little
gonna make
roster.
it right. I'm gonna make it right.
Okay.
Say for instance, that one man, right?
Right.
Two different situations. That one man have multiple women. He can impregnate every single one of those women, and everybody knows the father.
Right.
Second
Yeah.
situation. One woman having two men, and she's impregnated. Who's the father?
Exactly. You already starting confusing and
It
backwards.
gets tricky.
And now who's the man of the home?
It gets tricky.
Who's teaching these children to be men and leaders and like it's just so much. It's just so many different dynamics that it falls short at. And I believe that most people that speak on this conversation and this topic,
It's
they only
touchy.
speaking from lust. They only speaking from a lustful situation,
Yeah.
a lustful perspective, or they speaking from the perspective of that's not fair. It's not fair if a man can do it, then why can't I do it as a woman? Because we're two different species. We're humans, but we're two different chromosomes.
Right. We think different. We
think
act different. We
big
feel
we act
different.
different.
All
It's
that.
an X and it's a Y.
Now, I'm not trying to
No,
agree nor disagree with you. I just make
I'm
sure.
explaining- I'm
Let's just
explaining.
put it like this, Sauce. This wasn't nothing but a little appetizer of what's to come when you really come on
Yeah,
Funky
because-
Friday. You
yeah,
dig?
yeah, I
You know what I'm
can't wait. I
saying? So the
can't wait.
next time you come to Atlanta, you feel me? Make sure you put me in your plans, my boy.
No, Sauce.
Sauce Walka, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh,
Appreciate you, my boy. But got ice on, got the pinky dinky. Yo, what's good? What's popping? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Here with another episode of Funky Friday. Look how far. Man, listen, I could go through a list of songs, but one of the songs, bro, this young man has produced, got popped off from, seemed like nowhere, and then boom. I presented something, introduced to others Friday.
Let's go, man. How you?
Bro, like, I don't even want to waste time because I know we got a very short
Yeah.
span. Bro, was that your mom or your grandmother?
That was my mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pray for you? Okay, let's pray. And she went into it. I was like, hold on. I was listening to the song because still to this day, bro, I have a respect for elders. So when I'm around my mom, when I'm around my father, I don't listen to seductive music. You know,
Yeah.
there's a respect there.
Yeah.
But I played your album, and I remember it like it was yesterday. We was leaving Starbucks, and she was like, "Oh, who is this? Is he
Yeah.
French? Is this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever." And obviously, you know that type of flow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, "Yo, he a good." But never met you.
Yeah.
Never. This is the first time I'm meeting you.
For sure.
But knowing that you lead your album off with a word of prayer, bro, like that,
Yeah.
that says a lot about you.
I appreciate that, bro. That's
Yeah.
love, bro. For sure.
Are you indoctrinated in church? Like what type of church? If it is church, like what is it?
My dad a pastor.
What?
So my dad a pastor.
Mine too.
Yeah, Haitian pastor though.
Mm.
So we still did I'll say it's Pentecostal.
Pentecostal.
Baptist. It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So
same thing,
a
same
lot of
difference.
pastors came in my dad's church. So it's like, is that
Yeah.
like I used to be in church Sunday.
All
Then
day.
I'm in church Wednesday.
All
and
day.
then I'm in church cleaning the church on Thursday just for Sunday.
All day.
So I used to, my dad, nigga, that shit, rest in peace to my pop, bro. That
Yeah.
shit crazy, bro. Yeah.
Bro, so I just had Kirk Franklin, and we were talking about the church sharpens the skill for artists that we love today.
Yeah.
And
It's a good convo.
like, bro, I'm all for it because one thing about me, dog, and I will also, give you the words to don't change
Yeah.
because there's going to be trials, tribulations, temptations
Yeah.
that's going to come. And you still got to stay rooted into your foundation.
Got to.
Now, you may slip, you may fall, or you may stumble, but you can't fall. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think, not only is you embarking on new territory, bro, like the music that you make, dog, involving, was it Maverick City?
Yeah, Maverick City.
Yeah, bro. Like, it was evident, like, from afar, coming from the church. My father's a preacher, too.
Yeah.
So seeing certain things, it was like, oh, I always was curious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you played an instrument, or what instruments did you play growing up in church?
You gotta think, like, my dad was one of them, like, stand up niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Whoop my ass, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I was forced to play instruments. I think I was probably like 9, 10 years old. All the musicians left, like the big, like, you know what I'm saying, the old heads left.
Yeah.
And he like, we gotta figure some shit out. He looked at all of us, my brothers and shit, like, y'all gotta learn this shit.
Yeah.
So we just hopped on freestyling every Sunday, nigga. We just pressing it just to try to make it make sense.
Try to match the tempo.
Yeah, just
not the
try to
sound.
match
Yeah.
the tempo. And like, I was saying, like, a year or two, I was learning it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was no other musicians coming in. So my dad really installed that in us, teaching us how to read music just for his church, bro.
Wow.
Not doing it outside. It's just like, damn, we need musicians. So all my brothers play instruments. It's not just me. I play the bass, piano, drums, guitar. My brother played the bass, piano. He just made all of us do it just to fill in the
Prince, ladies and
exactly.
gentlemen.
Yeah,
This
it's
man,
crazy, bro, and that shit crazy.
Yeah, bro, I love that, man.
Yeah.
I think, too, I want to be respectful of the time, bro. This ain't nothing but a snippet. But the next time you're in Atlanta, bro, we definitely got to tap in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, I DM, bro. Like I told him on off camera, I'm like, damn, like I gotta talk to you. Really dive into it.
Definitely.
Cause I was just watching you join with
gotta,
DC on Fly. I'm like, yeah, I like this convo, bro. Cause even the convo you was having with Kirk, it was like how church installed a skill. Niggas in church not gonna play with you.
No.
That shit not like the world. Like niggas go on the BT stage, they can't sing. Yeah. Niggas might watch you, but in church, yeah, we gotta get this nigga out of here.
They gonna say, baby.
Yeah, this ain't it.
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
We gonna give this solo part to somebody else. Bless your heart.
Exactly.
They gonna say it the most peacefulest way.
They not taking that. You know what I'm saying? Even on the testimony, they not taking that. So it was like me growing up, I just always knew my favorite artist came from church, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just Anita Baker and them people. All R&B come from church, bro.
Yes, sir.
Every R&B pop artist, Whitney Houston, that started in them days, they all come from church, bro.
Yes.
And that's what made R&B today.
Right.
So even watching how it grew into this, I just know I'm one of the few people that could still put it in there in a way where it's like,
it's digestible.
This ain't corny.
But this is,
you know what I'm saying? This ain't corny,
that
bro.
That part, bro. And I'm always pushing the pendulum with, this is my ministry.
Yeah.
Music is your ministry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got dudes out here that's robbing, stealing, killing, and even for the artists that do, like, that's what they know. I can't blame them.
Exactly,
But for my impact on using podcasts and using sports shows, using
music
every single day as a way to like, yo, dog, like, bro, you don't have to rob, steal, kill, bro. Yeah. Like, you can do it this way and make real money. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. You know
the thing is, they gonna feel it more the way we do it. Because I know growing up in church, you would agree, I got tired of that shit, bro. Like, I wanted to see God in another way, bro. Like, no kizzy, like, you know what I'm saying? Not in a...
I put it like this. It could be very traditional.
It's traditional.
And outdated.
And routine.
It outdated. Monotonous.
But in routine.
Yes.
Sometimes you go in there, you're like, they dancing because they feel it, or they dancing because it's routine?
Or they dancing because the preacher telling them to dance. You see what I'm saying?
So it's like, the way I do it, bro, I get DMs every day, bro. The jails is probably a lot of my fan base. A lot of people locked up. A lot of niggas in the streets.
Yeah.
Big part of my fan base. Like, I get DMs every day, bro. I'm locked up right now, bro. The blessings is touching me. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up on me. It's touching me. Came too far with your mom touching me. So I just know them people need something that, no disrespect, Maverick City is not giving them.
Yeah.
No disrespect. I love Maverick City. I listen to them every day.
Sure.
They need something in a digestible way that the gospel artist is not giving them. So you put it in a way where it's digestible. I don't feel the way, and I understand what you're saying. I put it to my God.
Last thing I got for you, bro, to make what you're saying right, we don't need more thems in this world. We need more yous in this world.
For sure,
and that's for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't need to be Friday. Friday don't need to be Cam Newton. Cam Newton needs to be Cam Newton.
Facts,
Friday needs to be Friday. But when we really are able to digest this whole entree, bro, I really look forward to it, bro. Touch a base with you, bro, because there's so much that we can kind of delve in. But
nah, for sure, yeah.
We're running out of time right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm mad as shit the convo ended, man. I mess with Newton, man.
Yeah.
No kizzy, bro.
Right now, I'm in for a treat. My kid's going to like this one. Here with the Swamp Princess. Miss Dolce, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am magnificent. From Tampa.
Yes, Tampa, Florida.
I had some time back in Tampa, you know what I'm saying? They got good cigars in Tampa.
Yes. You know, most people don't know about Tampa.
No, I know about Tampa.
All right.
I done been around the block a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at my jersey. It's in the rafters. It got some dust on it, you know? That's some war wounds. But, man, listen, this movement that you have going on, like, how are you so bold and fearless in regards to making a statement that you do?
I think I have just always been like that, just loud. Ever since I was like young, I've just always been bold and loud. I'm also a Leo. I don't know if you're into zodiacs, but I feel like that has a lot to do with it.
Are we compatible? Like, do we give off good energy? I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus?
Yes,
I'm a Taurus moon. I like
Taurus.
Okay,
hell, you deep. So you got the birth chart.
Taurus are usually very stylish.
Yeah.
Like the finer things, hard workers.
Yeah.
Anyway. But, I've just always been like this. It's in me. It wasn't taught.
Siblings?
2 siblings. They're
Are
both
they
twins.
like this?
They are.
So, growing up, all this, and
Yeah.
just
My mom has all girls, single mom of 3.
what?
Yeah, and we all sing and we all are into performing arts, so it's a very loud household.
Have you had your aha moment yet?
What do you mean by that?
Like when you got you're getting so much notoriety now. Like heard your song on the radio.
Yeah.
Like somebody's playing it in the car next to
Yeah.
you. Just the
Got you. Like the aha moment, like this is really happening.
yes.
No, I don't think I've had that yet.
Mm.
I really don't. I hear my song on the radio all the time, and I'm still like, is it really a hit?
Yeah.
It's platinum, and I'm still like,
Subtle flex.
maybe when it's diamond, I'll feel like,
Mm.
I don't know what that is.
But you know, we always, not always, but here comes an artist
Yeah.
who knows who she is, not shaken away by, intimidated by what the norm looks like. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, respectfully, I fucks with you.
Thank you.
Anybody who has this style, this aura
Thank you.
about them, because that's not the norm in this day and age.
Yeah.
So when I speak to my children, when you speak to the people who look up to you, how do you give them the strength to keep being uniquely them?
I think that I give other people that strength by actually being authentically myself in my life. And I think me just living my life and being me, a courageous black woman that I am,
Yeah.
is inspiring other people.
Yeah.
And I don't gatekeep. When people ask me questions about upcoming artists, I'm very honest about this business and things that they should do. And I just think my transparency and my authenticity inspires people.
Can we have a heart-to-heart real quick?
Let's do it.
Have you ever had an identity issue?
Yeah, actually, when I was younger.
You share yours, I'm going to share mine.
Okay, you share yours.
Okay, first, my identity issue came when I was in the NFL. I thought I was supposed to be something that they wanted me to be. And I was living this, as I thought, the polished way.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I'm trying to appease to a person that don't like me, will not like me, and will never like me from the jump. So I'm in a lose situation. So now I'm having identity issues because it's like, I'm doing all the right things. I'm saying the right things. I'm looking the part, and you still not fucking with me. So it's like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because as growing up, I grew up in a 3-parent household. My mom, my dad, and my grandmother, they did a great job with explaining why I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's like growing up, especially, or being in the industry or being in the public eye,
Yeah.
and it's like, why ain't nobody fucking with me? And nobody could say nothing without it being, it's just, you're not for everybody. So that's my identity issue.
Have you made peace with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't tell? Man, listen. Let me tell you something. I don't need self-validation from other
Yeah.
people. Not that I ever need. That's not necessarily what was my issue. My issue was more or less the game, the
Got you.
unspoken game that they.
There is an unspoken game.
You know what I'm saying? Being in the industry. So that's what I was battling the most. And I see, obviously, a person of your stature that is growing, that is creating waves, that is turning necks, that is like unapologetically you. So that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, and I think like to answer that in the short form, I have been feeling a little bit of that. I genre bend a lot. I bounce around. I've done songs that are like rock, from house to hip hop to jazz. I can do so many different things. And I think that I've been feeling like recently a lot of pressure to sound one way or do one thing or be in one box. And that's something that has been like kind of irking me recently. And I think like that when you said unspoken, I get that.
Yeah,
And
because it's like, I'm sorry, but we having a moment right now.
Yeah.
Because they, when I say they, it's other pundits. It may be people who are paying you. It could be advertisers.
Yes.
It could be labels.
Yes.
They have a hard time with identifying, what are you?
Yes, there it is.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
Because
exactly what it is.
it's like, for me, growing up in Atlanta, motherfuckers would be like, are you a hood nigga or are you professional?
Oh my God.
And then it's like when you put it on and you are able to verbalize and articulate yourself
Yes.
and tell people how you really feel, articulate your real feelings.
Yes.
It's too brash, it's too honest, you too like, don't take it there. But I'm like, bro, you asked for
I
that.
feel you. I deal with it all the time. And I think it's like, because I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
So it's like they signed a girl who raps from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to sound like that. You're
Yeah.
supposed to move like that. You're supposed to twerk like this.
Yeah.
This is how you're supposed to be. Why aren't you doing that?
Right.
What are you doing? Why not just do this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I get in a lot of my mouth.
But let me tell you something.
A lot of friction.
This is just a snippet.
Yeah.
And I appreciate BET for having this, because normally I don't know if I would have met half of the people that I've met during this, but this was such a plum
Thank you.
and a pleasing opportunity for me. But promise me this: next time you're in Atlanta, we can really sit down on Funky Friday
Yeah.
and chat.
And for real.
Because I genuinely enjoy this, because I think people need to know. I don't dodge around the bullshit. I don't dodge
Same.
around.
Like, let's talk about it.
Obviously, you're an artist. Obviously, you're thriving. Obviously, you're successful. But I want to know the person behind all that and what makes you tick and how have you been able to, block out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
So
And likewise, thank you.
you got it.
Thanks so much.
Yo, what's good? What's popping? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Ooh, I'm going to enjoy this one. Man, I present to some and introduce to others. Mrs. the most talented, Lanece Johnson.
Thank you.
Man, I'm over here asking her. I was like, yo, where you from? She said Savannah, Chatham County, 912,
912.
Beach, Savannah High. Oh, Keys Man, come on.
What's that?
East Savannah shouted.
Yeah, straight from it, 2.1. That's where I'm from.
Oh, but damn. Chatham County, Baton Rouge, and obviously still making music.
Yep.
How are you able, I never really seen Savannah thrive like this, and I say it so respectful because it's so simple there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're still creating the current for yourself.
Yeah.
Multifaceted.
Fact. Nah, Savannah, it's a small city, and my mama, she really seen the vision. Like, I knew I wanted to be a rapper because my dad was a rapper.
Yeah.
But then I actually got good at it, you know what I'm saying? And I really made it a career. But I was always good at basketball, so I just kept doing my thing in both. In high school, I became an All-American, and it took off from there. Went to LSU, won the championship, and now I got a song with Lil Wayne. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But listen, I'm always tempted to ask, how long do you think you gonna rap? But you seen Primetime rap. We done seen Kobe rap. We done seen Shaq rap.
I didn't
So
even know Kobe rap. That's crazy.
he had a song.
That's crazy.
Like, a lot of athletes have always did it.
Yeah.
You have I'm reminded of Steven Jackson, the same.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Jay-Z lyric. Athletes want to be rappers and rappers want to be athletes.
Yeah.
But you can do both too.
No, I do both. It ain't that's what I'm saying. Okay, so for let's just say for somebody like Damian Lillard, right? He a basketball
Forgot
player.
about
He's
Dame.
an NBA
Yeah.
player, but he like to rap, you know what I'm saying? Or Quavo, he a rapper and he like to play basketball, but
For sure.
it's none of that with me. I've been rapping since I was
It's
a
in
baby.
your blood.
Yeah, it's in my blood. It's literally
Yeah.
if people know the story, they know the story.
For sure.
This is what I was born to do. Basketball is just something that I was super good at, just talented at both.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I realized my talent ain't gonna get me nowhere. I gotta start working and I gotta start getting it in. So that's what I started. I took it seriously and I got ranked. And I feel like I was ranked too low, and so I went to kill everybody who was ranked ahead of me, and I really grinded out for it. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's gonna be a time.
Yeah.
I don't think being a professional athlete, you can 50-50 with anything. As you're seeing your reality come into life,
Yeah.
how do you plan on incorporating one without the other
Yeah.
or one with the other?
No, you said as a professional athlete, you can't see doing 50-50, but do you have kids?
8.
Oh, so you could do two things at one time. I mean, being a father is a full-time job. Being an NFL player is a full-time job.
But making money too, there's sometimes I've sacrificed so much time away from my kids.
And I sacrificed too for my family, and that's one of the big things that hurt me a lot because I got 4 little brothers, they like 4, 5, 6, like, and I sacrificed my time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pursue both, and so I know now. But as I get more up in the ranks, I realize there are more resources that can help me, right?
That's right.
I'm learning how to just use my time management, make sure I get my 3-4 workouts in my day and still go to the studio and still do press, still do interviews. So it's possible. It's just hard. That's why nobody ain't do it. That's why nobody has really been successful being a rapper and a basketball player or athlete because it's hard. Like, so you're doing 2 things at one time. But like, for me, this was my story for, like, that's how I'm going to become iconic because I'm going to do 2 things at one time. So,
I can dig it.
And then, like, the ball ain't going to bounce forever. Like, the ball going to go flat one day. And so you always want to have different ways to pivot. So maybe the music might outlast the basketball for sure. But, I'm just letting the time
You can sense that you will always have some type of touch with music. Yeah. And there's been even more athletes that have been involved with producing, studio time, understanding, what I'm saying, that too. I'm just so proud of you. I ain't gonna cap. Because obviously what you guys have been able to do, having a black as fuck team, not just a black team. Like, y'all sisters, boy, your motherfuckers had me on that motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. Like, real talk. And it has brought, it's crazy because I state the obvious. It was a little division in America. Yes. But it's like, you got to choose a side. But y'all did it with so much grace and understanding that, like, you can be black and still be civilized too. But don't fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And it's like, bro, it's so beautiful to see, man. Falaje, sweetheart, keep rocking. I'm going to definitely tap in with you, give you all my information because the storm coming. And it comes in many different forms and sizes. And like I always tell athletes or typically football players, the only thing that can really fuck you over is you.
Set him out for real.
No, like, everybody think like, oh, man, I'm going to tear my ACL, I can't play no more. Oh, man, I'm going to get hurt. It's like the people who you have around. It's the situations that you put yourself in. It's things that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. And yet you still do it because you say to yourself, I'm Falaje. Oh, I did it before, I got away with it. But that's just the thrill. But a coach once told me, being great is boring. Doing the same thing every day. Yeah. Creating the same great music. It's like, how do I chase that? Boom.
Yeah, that peak again.
It's like a high.
Yeah, it is. It's
you know what I'm saying? Somebody sleeping on me. That's a high. Like, but success is the biggest distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Everything that come with it.
Ooh, we got to chat. Yeah, and folks in the back looking at it, they giving me their eyes oh, okay now, mister. All right. But I want to respect you, Miss Falaje. Sure. And we're going to definitely tap in.
For sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Make sure y'all go get my album, Best of Both Worlds, is out right now. Came out of Beast featuring Lil Wayne. It's out right now. Just dropped. Make sure y'all go get that.
All that. You did. And then y'all got NIL money now, too, so you dropping that on that, too. Your resources is crazy. Instagram, you pop it, got big blue check. You got all that, too. You can talk to anybody who don't want to work with you.
Nah, it's been a blessing. It's crazy because I went through the stages, like I'm reaching out to people and they not hitting me back or they giving me the coach over, and now it's all love and embrace. So it's cool to be able to see every level of each position, you know what I'm saying?
Falaje, appreciate you, family.
Thank you for having me.
Now we're in for a treat because we usually don't get people behind the scenes of BET to tap in with little old people like me. I present to some and introduce to others, Miss Kimberly Page. How are you, darling?
I'm great. How are you?
I am magnificent.
Good.
Now, enlighten me on the importance of the platform over this weekend.
For us, I think when you think about moments like this, it's closer. But he's over here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you think about moments like this, what BET does so well is that we get to break new talent.
Yes.
So you see the greats. This was their first stage.
Yes.
But we also get to honor the icons and the legends. And so when you, whether it's someone who has passed or someone who's having a moment like Usher, you know that that tribute is going to be special. And the care and the attention that goes into recognizing him as a Lifetime Achievement winner, we're just excited about it. And I
Yes.
think it's a stage like no other.
Yes.
You can be on other stages, but this is the stage where you really do feel love and felt.
No doubt, but this is the question that I must ask, Ms. Kimberly, because I owe a due diligence not only to you guys, but for the viewers and even myself. How can we sustain talent, right? I think it's evident that BET always gives a stage to Black excellence. But as Black excellence get to a phase, it's almost like they don't involved with BET. You know what I'm saying? And that's my question is what will be the plan to sustain that talent, the greats that we've idolized for so many years or is growing at a rapid rate that it's like we don't see them like we should see them?
I think we talk about this actually a lot as it relates to this because you do realize, again, if this is your first stage, how do you kind of keep the relationships? And and that's it.
Right.
It's relationships. If you are treating people as a transaction, right? And so you've got a lot of people on this team now who are very, very committed to building real relationships.
Right.
And I think that's important. And I also think, just having talent, come to the table, co-create. It's not about, I've got this idea, insert person X, but
Right.
really sitting down saying, what's important to you? What are the stories you want to tell?
Right.
And I think that's so important, and that's some of the work that I'm super excited that we've been doing. Even if you think about, BET Plus and the streaming.
Yes.
We invested $700 million
Right.
last year with Black content creators. That is huge. But we're giving them a place and agency to create diverse, big, full
Right.
stories about the Black lived experience. And so, but going back to your story, I mean, I wish I had a 100% answer on that, but I think it's building one relationship at a time, keeping people involved, inviting them to participate in a real meaningful way.
Right.
And I think if we can do that, and once you do one or two, the dominoes will fall. And
Yeah.
so, but we're excited about it. I think there's some good things happening.
Absolutely. It definitely is. And I appreciate you guys for giving me and my team an opportunity to, perpetuate what we've been trying to do. And the thing that I always look at with networks as a whole,
Yep.
a lot of networks are getting into sports.
Yeah.
And not just sports as content, sports as the direct exclusive source to watch NBA. NFL, MLB,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. Will we ever see a day that BET could be an exclusive platform for a major sports entity?
I think you've been in some of our strategic meetings and planning sessions. I think sports as a vertical is too important to our culture for us not to participate.
sure.
Right? And I think we're looking at a couple of options right now as it relates to how do we get into it, whether it's, the easiest play is obviously to try to come in through a lifestyle, right, standpoint. But, we've been talking about, we just launched last fall a platform called HBWCU. So you think about even just college sports and the opportunity there. So we're really looking at a cohesive kind of sports strategy, but we should get your ideas and invite you to come in and help us think about that.
I'm one call away.
I'm serious, yeah.
No. I say this with so much conviction, knowing that I want to do right for my people. Now, before you rush to conclusion and say, oh, he's talking about Black people. No, I'm talking about my people who feel like me, think like me, are like me, and it could be Black, white, green,
Right.
blue,
Absolutely.
Mexican descent, Asian descent, Thailand descent, it doesn't matter, Caucasian descent. I come with a willingness to know that there's multiple ways to skin a cat.
Absolutely.
And I have my thinking and theories, and I'll be the first person to tell you when I'm not correct.
Right.
But learning
But
this
you're open to learning and having the dialogue.
for sure,
which is,
but it has
which
to
is
be
the first
both
step.
ways.
Yeah,
though.
no, I agree.
Because I learned that from my children, and I could tell them, boy, don't sit up there and touch that stove. But when they go and say, "Daddy doesn't blah 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 blah," that hurts because they're teaching you
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
your ways may not be the best ways for them.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
now, as I translate that into you guys' world, it's like there's a lot of executives that lose the tone of the consumer, of the athlete, of the person who's been screaming and hollering and saying like, yo, we don't want that. We don't want to look at that. This is what we want.
Right.
And it's not as hard as some executives make it seem.
No, it's actually really simple. I mean, it really starts with listening and again, inviting people to actually sit down and co-create and really build off of one another and ideas. And so for me, that's my role in the company, right? To be the advocate for the consumer. Everything I do that's the orientation, right? Being consumer centric. And so we're excited about it. But I do think, obviously, we're kicking off a partnership with the NFL. At the Fan Fest around voting, because it is, it's just, it's one, this election cycle is just way too important for us not to be fully engaged and participate. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things happening as it relates to sports. And again, our culture and community, it's just, we're so engaged and it's such a critical piece to it. So we need to figure out how we play in that area.
Man, Miss Kimberly, I'm here open, willing, and able to further this conversation.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
In more ways than one. Ladies
Absolutely.
and gentlemen, Miss Kimberly Page.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Yep. Thank you for
and
having
your
me.
insight as well. It's giving what it's supposed to give. Like she looking like the angel that she is. You feel what I'm saying? You did.
I'm good right here.
You good?
I'm good.
Say less. Here we go. Yo, what's good? What's popping? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it will be. Cam Newton here with another episode of Funky Friday. And listen, ladies, she got the whole world rocking. Nobody loves me. I present the some and introduce the others. It's Muni Long. How we
Vocals,
doing,
I heard it.
I'm trying to, you know what I mean?
You can sing a little bit.
I look, I done heard it so much that it's like, and then you giving them like it's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, it's everywhere. A blessing.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm actually like still overwhelmed and taking it all in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really go outside, so I don't think I will ever really understand. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you, if my children know your song, which they do, you done made it.
That's amazing. I love when I see the babies singing, especially like the little ones that can't even really talk yet.
For sure.
It's amazing.
Has it, like, what's your carrot now? You know what I'm saying?
My carrot.
Carrot, like
my goal.
Yeah, like what's the next checkpoint for you?
So I'm very much like a developing artist.
Yes.
I'm still learning. I'm not afraid to learn in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
So every time y'all see me, I'm experiencing something for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
opening up.
I say that?
Yes.
That vulnerableness is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Because we live in a day and age where everybody just feel like they got it all figured out.
No, I definitely don't. I'm gonna say that I have done a lot of the shadow work, like the dark night of the soul, the hurting in private, just all of that, like scooping out all the shit that people,
Yeah.
you know, R&B music is not valuable. You know, dark-skinned women cannot
Talk about it.
be pop.
Yeah.
You know, you got a certain shape, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, baby.
Just all the stuff that you hear, being a songwriter for so long and being behind the scenes.
The pressures of the industry, the direct and indirect. Direct meaning it's a look, it's a feel, it's like a sound.
You have to look a certain way, you have to sound a certain way. you got to talk a certain way. I'm country, so like changing the way that I talk so that people can understand what I'm saying. And I just got rid of all that. And when I started just being me, is when I started winning.
That's beautiful.
And so that's why I'm not scared to look stupid. Cause who says it's stupid? You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to fail, to make a mistake, to just not be perfect.
Yeah.
And I haven't really shared too much of like who I actually am. Just because I don't like people in my business, and I'm from Florida, you know, we cuss nigga out real quick,
real fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
say
fast.
the wrong thing to me, and I'm like, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just learning how to be myself, while processing the way that my world is changing so rapidly. Like, I mean, with Hours and Hours, it was like, oh my God. But with Made for Me, it was like, almost like I felt like I was being tricked. Like, is this real? Like, you know, is this really this big?
Right.
Are you trying to gas me? You gas me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it really is. It's humongous.
It really is. And we live in a day and age now where music has changed, where you have so many platforms for people to process and digest your song. You have social media is more prominent than it has ever been. You have many different platforms, from Tidal to Spotify to, you know, SoundCloud to YouTube. It doesn't matter. And there are people yearning for a sound by the minute. So you're in that realm where it is definitely taken off like wildfire. And I would challenge you to don't chase that, the success of that. Chase the perfection of yourself.
Yeah, I'm just wanting to be as good as I can be at what I'm doing. So that's working out, that's eating right, that's, you know, learning what the lights do, learning what the sound does, learning, you know, camera lighting.
Yes.
All these little things that you don't really think about when you're consuming content, but like all the pieces that need to be there in order for the movie to be made, or the video to be made, or the song to be made.
Yes.
And just being able to direct my entire, I guess, life.
Man, I'm getting eyes, I'm getting fingers, I'm getting all type of whirlwinds and doing this, but Money Long, let me tell you something, baby. Keep it up.
Thank you.
You dig what I'm saying? This was just a snippet. So the next time you in Atlanta, you got some time. I would love to delve in.
We're going to be in Atlanta on the 11/11 tour. I'm going to be there for a couple days. You got to come.
Tap in.
Come see the show.
Definitely. Tap in.
I will.
And we can really sit down and do it your way. I'll make sure all the lighting, all the cameras, all the angles is good.
Yeah, you know, make sure you get my good side. You know what I'm saying?
Money Long, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, baby. I'm going to enjoy this one. Because first off, well, she's not only talented, she's a true supporter.
Wow.
Like, no funny shit. Like, no, I'm just here for the cameras or I want to pop out. Like, she really supports. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about B. Simone, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
y'all.
Like,
I'm back on the couch at BT.
Sure. But you're back by yourself.
I'm back by myself now. Cam, think about what you're gonna ask for your ask it now.
Oh, I know what I want to ask.
What do you want to know?
I don't think we got enough time to
See, that's why I gotta be on your couch for real in Atlanta.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Okay, me too.
The quick question that I can just ask right now. Quickly?
No, I was just repeating what you said. You said the quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you ain't got no nigga? You check all the boxes.
I don't know.
You're pretty. You're successful.
Thank you.
You're ambitious, and like, what do you
think it is?
I think you, just like a lot of other women, have an unrealistic expectation.
No.
Hold on, let me make it. I think not you, because we've never had this conversation.
Okay.
But a lot of women are looking for the final product. Not a working progress.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard you say that before. I
So
understand that.
it's so much that a person has to understand about growth.
Yeah.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
My parents have been together going on 39, 40 years.
Ooh, glory be to God.
And my mom and my father will admit, every year, 40 years, they ain't been the most
100%.
glamorous.
100%.
But like I always say, my mom told me in this day and age, relationships are looking for every reason to split rather than back in the day,
Every reason to stay.
every reason to stay.
My God. You know what I think it is? That's good. That's good. I think it is too. Whatever I focus on for me, manifest with God, whatever I focus on and put my all into, it works. It flourishes. I succeed in. I don't think I'm intentional enough with dating. I think you have to be intentional in that field. I can't just think a man is going to fall in my lap or I'm going to find my husband. I have to be intentional, just like I am with my business, like I was when I did my $1 million journey.
No.
You don't think I have to be intentional?
No, not with that.
Why?
Not with that. Because Mr. Right
Come on, Mr. Right.
done came in your life before.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
Maybe in passing.
No. He done came in your life. But you didn't identify that. He may not have looked what you wanted it to look like. You may not have felt what you wanted to feel at that particular moment. Not to say what he could not have been. This is just me. I done seen transformations. I'm a transformation.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
I know what the right situation could do for a person. Oh, you with him? Oh, they're my sloppy seconds. No, baby, you seen the side of me that you ain't never unlocked.
100%. And I'm a different person in this season than I was when I was with you. So I understand that.
So.
Okay. Well, I got to get back in my relationship coach. I had a relationship coach.
No way.
Maybe I could hire you to do that.
No, it ain't even that. You can come on down to Fellowship ATL. And it's some folks down there that, you know what I'm saying, can swoop you right on up. Now, the thing is, does he look the part? Does he act the part? Does he make the part? And I think a lot of times that be unrealistic expectations.
I think the only realistic thing is in this season of who I am, outside of all the checklists and this and that, is he a man of purpose and a man that truly has a relationship with God, not religion? For me in this season, I've never had a man open up a Bible in front of me.
Wow.
I've never had a man grab my hand and pray for me, like in the moment when I was crying or bawling, or I've never had a man lead spiritually. So for all those check marks for me, in this season, that's just the main check mark. Can you lead spiritually? Because if you truly have that relationship with God, the other stuff is going to come. Seek the kingdom first. If you seek the kingdom first.
But hear me out, though. I think
I've never experienced
that. It goes back to can you allow him to get to grow into
in
that?
This season? No, I can't compromise. That's a non-negotiable for me in this season.
Okay,
because it's been a non-negotiable. It's been a negotiable for so long. It's been a negotiable my whole life. So in this season, I need somebody to match my spiritual journey.
Yeah, but why can't you create that?
Because I can do it in other things, but I can't compromise on that.
Okay, now as a man, I could create everything that I want. Mm-hmm. That's just what men do. Mm-hmm. If you ain't thick enough, if you ain't pretty enough.
Oh my gosh.
I can create everything. There's a true thing that says, or some would say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Bullshit.
Yeah.
If she walking on marble, she understand that she don't want to be walking on that asphalt.
Floors, right?
Shit, so she gonna act the part. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a man can create that. So why can't a woman?
I'm not saying I can't. I'm saying I'm not willing to.
See, that's the thing.
In this season, I've been doing it for 34 years.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, B, if you find you a dude that's willing to say, I'm not that right now, I come from hurt. I come from burden. I had mama issues, but I'm ready though. You can teach me. I ain't never really been to church. I want you to take me.
Jesus.
I ain't never really, you know what I'm saying, had something, but I know what me and you got is real. So
Okay, if he's talking like that, I'm a little
but it's not
over.
gonna happen just on day one or week one.
How long I gotta wait, Cam?
Listen here. Father Abraham, many sons, and many sons that Father Abraham, man, shoot, Moses and all type of folks. Jesus waited 40 days and 40 nights.
Come on.
So you talk about Jesus. It's been 4 days and I've been manifesting.
If I go
I've
to
been
God, yeah,
saging.
you're right. I don't know nobody on stage now. That don't work.
Yeah, it don't, but it just unlocks certain things. Like it just unlocks that mental, like, okay, cool. Boom. But it's like if you're gonna be patient, be patient.
Yeah.
But also create that. Like
Yeah.
everything that I have in my life, I've created because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Whether it was
I love
there or
that.
not. It's like I ain't negotiating with that. I just need you to have the willingness
to be better. Got it.
And that's
Got
what
it.
you it's like,
Got it.
baby, you ain't never did what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to church though?
Yeah.
If you do, that's the first step.
Let's go.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, you atheist. Oh, he atheist because that's all he knew. His mom didn't take him to church. These are things where a lot of people judge the branches of the tree and not the root.
And the fruit.
If you get to the root, everything else will make sense.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I just appreciate just you. We've all seen baby boy. Like that whole growth of who you are now, and I appreciate that.
You.
And even the subtleties. I'll tell you a quick story. Like, it was shocking to see you at the I Am Iconic Live. 'Cause
Wow.
I was like, yo, like that's real shit.
I bought a ticket too.
You definitely know, like I knew.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I was even if you would have asked, you knew you could.
For sure, I was good.
But
yeah.
it was that says a lot about who you are.
Thank you.
And you deserve whatever your heart's desire, but create it.
Yeah.
And see what that look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they always say in the hood, it's like, man, I know my motherfucker ain't shit, but that's my ain't shit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's a different type of flex, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want somebody, everybody wants somebody that they know don't play about them.
Yeah. Ooh, I know I do. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And it can come in many different forms. If
Yeah.
it's not, nobody's perfect. No, but the beauty comes in the imperfections of that. It's like, man, I know he ain't, we working on that keg, baby. You gonna have a six pack sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? My baby going back to school, he wants to be.
He want me to be with an ugly
No.
atheist with no job
Never
and
said
build
that.
this man from the ground up.
But you want, he's a minister.
No, I
He's,
don't. I did not say that. You're dragging
a
it.
spokesman for, a Fortune 500 company.
not say
He
that.
knows exactly who he is.
No.
He has already lived and not, that dude he's a unicorn. That dude does not exist. Because if he does exist and it happens so fast, it's like he's going to tell you everything that he wants to tell you to get what he
that,
wants.
yeah,
You see what
for
I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure. It's
And
not
is that
real.
in
It's not
longevity?
authentic. No.
Come on, man.
Okay, just start a relationship coaching program at
I
this point.
can, but folks, look, I got my thought degree. I got my whole diploma.
Oh
I got
my
all that,
God.
but I come with so much tenure and wisdom because I done had them all. They done taught me. I done taught them.
And now you in love now in a beautiful relationship.
You dig what I'm saying?
Got a beautiful baby.
And we laugh.
Y'all laugh and have fun.
We laugh and those things because it's built off of truth.
Yeah.
It's built off of honest. We tell each other's whole stories. Would you think about that? And it's I mean, she a fucking comedian just like you. So it's just like being around it is so easy.
Yeah.
And she talk and I talk, it's like, damn, for real? It's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
our most recent one, she was talking about her in the teen clubs.
In the what?
Teen clubs.
Oh,
You're
come
like,
on, teen
ooh,
clubs.
Teen clubs. Oh my God, it's funny, but if folks don't know, they wouldn't. Why y'all talking about that in there? Shut up. Keep your 2 cents. They don't pay for a damn thing. Not at Walmart.
Okay, Cam.
That's just saying.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you. Funky Friday.
Gotta keep it funky.
Crazy.
You gotta keep it funky. You gotta check that Check the bullshit.
Gotta keep it funky. What's the definition of funky?
It gotta
Stank a little bit.
It gotta stank a little bit.
It gotta stank a little bit.
Put that stank on
Put that
you.
stank on it. Oh,
Yes,
thank you
man.
for having
Ladies
me.
and gentlemen, be Simone.
I love you guys.
We gotta remix. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can really get down.
Yeah, we
I
gon-
really didn't want to talk about relationships. I really wanted to talk about something else.
Yeah, but we're gonna have time to do that like on a real. Yeah, let's do it.
Looking forward to it.
I love you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more clips, more episodes, you just press this button right there. Don't forget, subscribe. One finger, one pinky, one thumb. One love.